Good morning. It's Roz here, and have I got my name up here somewhere? I think I'm missing a few little things. Doing the scenes, which is a bit different. That closes that on and off, doesn't it? Yeah, that's all right. We're here this morning for Monday, the 9th of November. I had to think what month we're in. I was about to say January. That's switching it up a bit forward, isn't it? Not just the day forward for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, or not Northern Hemisphere so much, but the other side of the world, the 12 hours away anyway. It is wonderful to be here for another of our daily live spread. At Daily LENORMAND card spread readings. Good morning, Edward. How are you? We've got Diane here this morning as well, and Kathy. Wonderful, loyal, faithful people showing up every morning. Thank you so much for being here. And what we'll do is switch right over to the cards. I haven't actually even lined up that they're in the right position. Right, I'll go to the card spread. Oh, it's not far off, is it? Pretty close, pretty close. I haven't moved the camera from last night's session, Zoom session. So there we go. Got a lovely balance there of what we're seeing. So, and what we are seeing here is our spread, of course, the 5 cards. Good morning, Judy. How are you? And just a reminder for those who may not have been here before or watching replay and are new, this is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. That's expanded edition, and it's Sarah Marchetti's the artist. I absolutely love his work. I especially like the Gilded Tarot as well. He has other decks though too. Right, we're going to get into it pretty much straight away. What we've got, and up here in that position, I'm just trying to point to it, that is the website at the moment that I've got currently working for the bookings and the services that I do. It's a Shopify site, and it does have a shopping cart, so you can actually pay for the readings, and we negotiate a booking time so that you can have a recorded reading very similar to this. So it works out really well. Love doing them actually, and I think those who have the readings love receiving them that way because you get a recording of it too. Good morning, Tracy, and we've got Karen as well. Wonderful kitties, aren't they beautiful? Now something just didn't work then. What's happening with my computer? Uh-oh. Yeah, something wasn't working then, and we've got Karen now. I think it's slowed down a bit. There's something happening. Beautiful little emojis there. Love the 4-leaf clover. Wonderful. Good luck, isn't it? I mean, we are having good luck. That's what showed up in my cards yesterday too. As far as our session last night, it was wonderful having that time with those there in the Zoom session. Anyway, this space here, this is the workspace. Here we've got our home space where Bear's sitting. We got the dog up in the unexpected. We've got time in arrow, and we have the well in the outcome. Now that was there either yesterday or the day before as well, which is interesting how we do have the repeats. Good morning, Sarah, and you've got the clover as well. A warm day ahead? Yes, apparently it is. That's why I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. And good morning, Sharon, and day. Yes, I figured that was probably what you meant by that spelling. I actually do have a fat finger, and I have that happen a lot. You know, this little thing on those tiny, weeny little phone keys, not for me. It's why I do everything via my Mac as much as possible. And the reason I can actually do this using Ecamm, because it's a fantastic program for a Mac. That's what it's designed for. So what we're going to do is get into it. We've got the books in the workspace. So it's hitting the books. It's either researching or reading or writing down your thoughts in a journal or a notebook, getting things actually in a more consistent form so that you've got organisation. Even though this pile of books is probably in random as to what order you're going to read them or things like that, For me, it really is that feeling of starting, getting into, completing. It's the whole cycle of what do you do when you read a book? You can pick it up, read a bit, put it down. And it can be that type of a process for you today. But it's there with you in that solid form. This is more about something that you can pick up to be able to write, handwritten notes or whatever, not just what you can do on a computer like I'm looking at the moment. I'm holding a Apple Pencil that I can use with my iPad to actually write notes in that form too. It's not quite like a book or notebook with a pen or pencil, but it's still, it is that writing. It's getting those thoughts, it's getting those parts of what you're doing together and creating. And it could be that you are actually writing a book because it's something that at some point I would really love to do. Part of my reading yesterday was no, it's not quite yet. So, okay. Uh, all things happen as they do. It's not having these readings and saying, well, this is going to happen definitely and it's set in concrete. So, allow the flow to continue in that progression of what you're doing in your work. Okay. You will understand mostly what that means for you. And we've got bear in our home space. Now, I feel bear to be, it is a card that does sort of represent work, but it's not so much in the home space being a work. I think it feels to me like it's that joy of nurturing around our home and having that love and care for those around us. That, the planning sometimes does take a little bit to organise our logistics around other members in a family and that type of thing. But we're still there to actually nurture and plan our time. It's a bit of planning as well in this, but it's also, it's capturing all of those moments that are good and bad, because especially in families, it's that place and space that we actually do live most in our vulnerabilities and interactions with those closest family members. You just have one that's off key and it can feel like it's ruining your whole life. When in actual fact, what it's doing is actually building your character and your strength and learning. You're learning how to interact with others who may be difficult or have just different opinions to you. It's not even about liking people or not. It's not even about getting along with them or not. It's that learning process and being who we are. It's our own self-reflection we need to be looking at in that process and how we're understanding our own place within those relationships and growing from it. If something's not feeling like it's working, then look at it from a different perspective. Put your what's that saying? Put your feet in their shoes, type of thing. Walk in their shoes. Change it round so that you're understanding even more so what might be for them, their difficulties, and why that's reflecting to you, what you can see, all of that stuff. Because we're looking at crystals, the ice crystals here in the background, and the way they reflect in water, and when the water's calm, how that reflects, and all that part and process of what is our lives in interaction with other people. And like this home space can actually physically mean our own home space. So for some of you that are watching this, it could mean that you're in for an icy day today, or it's going to get cold because of the nature of the seasons. It's not cold here today. It's going to be a warm one. So we're looking forward to that a little bit. Well, most of us are. I'm not one for the heat, but I don't mind it being warm. So just not hot. I get 30 up, Anyway, we're moving on from that because we're looking at this beautiful little dog. He was in our reading yesterday as well, I think. Yeah, he was over here. Anyway, it's have that time for play. Go for a walk with your dog. Pick up that lead. They're just waiting patiently. It's others around us too that could be waiting for those moments as well. It's not just the dog. Loyalty as such can be in the form of other people. Do remember that. And we too can be that loyal friend for someone and a listening ear. So there might be those moments in your day that you're going to be needing to dig into that level of your friendship. And it's most especially lovely when you have dogs yourself. You fully understand that, I feel. So be ready for it. What we've got here in our responsibility, our role, is the time, the keepers of our time. I'm just going to move that down a little bit. Hang on. Can it? Just to bring it right. That's it. If the sun is out, it's beautiful and sunny out there this morning, so it's looking absolutely gorgeous. There's a few little clouds I'm noticing. So that the light on that is really shining it up. It's gorgeous little depictions. I love this card because of how intricate some of these clock faces and things are. They absolutely catch my eye. And we need to be catching our eye towards the time through our day today. It's probably what it's meaning is don't let it just fly past doing nothing. Or it just feels like be mindful of it. So, because some days you feel like, and I suppose yesterday for me was one of those days, you just let it cruise. I didn't feel I needed to be doing anything particular at all. And even today, it feels like I don't need to be doing anything particular. I know that we all have our choice of how we spend our time, and it's our role to actually know for ourselves what way we want to be investing or spending or doing in our time, or just being. You don't have to even do, but being is doing in its way. You know what I mean? So it's a gorgeous card. I absolutely love it, and the fact that there's almost a Big Ben look right behind, as in you can just see that crackling right back there. That what all of these are sitting in front of the giant picture, and we are one of these smalls in that giant big picture. So be aware of your time today. That's what I'm feeling. I really do like looking at this. My eye's going to this one right in the centre there, that one under the cuckoo-y type one. And it's next to the rooster, but it's not the rooster I'm seeing, it's this one. And I'm going to have a look. Guess what? That is actually, I'm going to see if it'll focus for you, because it's a candle with the little time marks on it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that focusing very well. Let's see. Is it going to focus? Can you see it? Let me see if it focuses. It's this one here. Have a look at that. With the white balance, it brings it into full view. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just a flash, and that's how time can go so quickly as well. That flash and spark of that second as I just got into focus, and then it goes out. We've got the well again. I'm pretty sure this was the one that was in our outcome yesterday or the day before. It is allowing that knowledge, that inner self knowledge, that the well that we hold, that we are, is full. If it feels to you that it's not full, then you need to be spending that time to actually allow the source of the resource that we hold to be refilled. Allow the flow to come in to that base of the well to bring the levels of what we have access to up to the top. Well, not too many wells actually sit up at the top here, because mostly they'll probably at the max be at this ground level, and we need to have that space just at the top. It's a breathing space, I suppose I'd call it. But certainly suss it out for your day to day. The outcome's going to be having that well refilled and full to what you need for those next days, the tomorrows, okay, or even just the next seconds or moments type of thing. Just trust that you have the ability to wind down your bucket into it, bring good health into your life. I feel that it is. It's a lovely positive card, this one. It's got that gorgeous sunshine in the back glowing through, so that we know that there's going to be the right amount of time to go back and back and back to gaining what you need from your well. So that's the outcome, I feel, is that our well is full, and we can have that ability to, resource, not harvest, bring what we need out for what we've got in our day. Okay. So, thank you very much for being here this morning. I love spending my time doing this for all of us, actually. So, keep in mind that when you're actually looking, if you're going to watch the replay, to just, oh, what was that one she said? Instead of just listening to what I say, kick in with your own intuition and your own gut feeling about what messages you're getting, because it is what you're receiving from it directly from your guidance, your whether it's your angels, your spirit guides, just your gut feeling. It is your interpretation that's going to be the most important in your life for today and your tomorrows. So we live to learn, grow, and continue to be the best person or people that we can be. So I'm encouraging you to do that, and we'll see you tomorrow morning again at the 8 o'clock here, same channels and whatnot. I will be doing these through the eCam and resource restream. It's proving to be a very easy, smooth way to do it, I feel. If you've got any other ideas, certainly share them with me. And good morning, Dick. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so do share it around to others who might be interested in watching these in the mornings too. I love the interaction of being able to see your comments and bring them up. It's a wonderful resource that we've got, even in just what tools we have with technology. So it's lovely to be here and shared in this way. So thank you. Have a wonderful day and namaste until tomorrow.